All right, here we are, guys. We are at the last game of the night. Phoenix looking for redemption, Nine Lives looking for a higher place on the scoreboards. My name is Kenos, once again joined by Trufflesaurus. You ready for this, Truffle?
Oh, I am so ready for this. After that last game, I can't wait to see what how both teams are going to react and what Nine Lives has prepared for us.
Nine Lives could be tied for second if they 2-0 this. Phoenix could, well, the standings will basically be the same if Phoenix wins this here. So, well, except for White Wolf going up, or Gale Force and White Wolf both kind of bumped up a little bit there. But we'll see what happens as we're going to head in there. We'll signal the teams that we're ready. And I know for a fact that Phoenix is. They were chomping ready to go. I think they're going to try something a little more, I'm going to say early Phoenix. Something a little less fiddlesticksy.
Yeah, I'm thinking that Nine Lives is so prepared for this Fiddlesticks pick that if I was Phoenix, I'd absolutely not pick Fiddlesticks. There were a lot of options that he had available that Van Hohenheim did. Um,
Yeah, I mean, there's no question that the Fiddlesticks comp can work, but like you said, I think that Nine Lives has spent some time thinking about it, and they don't care if it gets picked because they know what to do with it.
Yeah, the way I'm thinking about it is I think that Phoenix has proven that that Fiddlesticks is a totally viable mid laner. I'm not questioning that at all. Immediately a Viben, I think it's very wise to target that. But Fiddlesticks absolutely works in mid. Phoenix has proven that to me. Nine Lives also proved to me that you can absolutely play around it, and that's kind of the dynamic that I'm seeing here.
What I would be interested to see is if Phoenix waits to pick mid laner until toward the end, so they don't show if they're doing their Fiddlesticks comp or not, and maybe Nine Lives will fall for that.
Yeah, historically, Van Orenheim has always picked mid very early just because he had such a punishable pool, but he's been slowly expanding it, and also these bans are a little bit split as well. In fact, two of them not even targeting Van Hohenheim. So if I was Van Hohenheim, I'm not sure that I would feel obligated to pick right away anyways, but I do know that 2/5 of the last team was already banned out here.
Hmm. Yeah, clearly showing that they respect what happened in that last game. And also signaling they're thinking the Fiddlesticks again. You get rid of that Zillion, and suddenly Fiddlesticks can pick off a lot more people in the mid lane. Interested to see what the counter to that will be. Vagar, of course, being banned for sure, just in case.
Interesting, they banned Vigar anyways. I think that that's wise. I certainly don't like to see Van Hohenheim against me on Vigar because he's such a good Vigar player, right?
Right.
Um, but interesting that they ban it anyways, including the Zillion ban.
Well, I mean, you've got to be careful because, I mean, it could be one of those things where they're going to keep playing the Fiddlesticks thing until they see an opening to switch gears, and giving Hohenheim Vagar is that opening to switch gears.
So this is the matchup that they originally thought that they were gonna. I'm pretty sure that Nine Lives picked Teemo expecting a tank in the top lane, and it kind of went even, so it ended up working out whatever for them. But the Teemo into Maokai matchup, this is the one I think they're really looking forward to. And Darian springs for the Maokai this time, returning to his normal MO. Although I will say that I don't think that his Aatrox was bad, and actually I thought it was a highlight of the team in the last game.
Yeah, I really thought the Aatrox did a lot of good things, particularly because Huge, for those of you who could not see the pre-game lobby, which was all of you, Huge is rocking a Teemo avatar, which is basically, announcing his intentions to the world. But Fatly on Gragas, very scary threat as well. Nebulon going for Jax over that Vi, because the Vi's been banned. So I think Gragas will do better, but we'll see what happens. And of course the Fiddlesticks.
So now the question is, does CB Hickey have a second pick? We saw what happened when he did Zillion, which I honestly didn't expect to be such an effective counter.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's Galio.
I was going to say Galio.
Okay, you have a better memory than me.
Because, I mean, Galio has a lot of abilities to get out of Hohenheim's traps, also resist some of that damage.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard to tank him, and also plays into the general team dynamic a little bit better as well. Considering that Brandon is likely going to end up on a hyper carry of sorts, and when it comes time to pick him, but we'll see what they do.
I do really like the idea of Galio with some of these other players. Galio's big taunt becomes less of a threat to him if the targets are blinded or stunned in Jax's case. So I think that Galio could get a lot of work done, assuming they have a lot of bigger team fights. Bang the Alistar is very good as well.
And yeah, it kind of went under the radar, but Nebulon got his Jax, which was never one that I liked to give him. And I don't know if I don't remember if it's been a ban priority for teams facing him. But I know at least last split, Nebulon's Jax was insane. Was a big threat. So I have no reason to think it's anything less than a massive threat at this point in the game, too. Immediately with the Vayne, not worried about a single thing. 9Lives throws down the gauntlet.
I don't know. I mean, I might have, unless there's concern about Port Swimmer taking Vayne, which there could be. But if I'd be more concerned about the Lulu pick here. Obviously, she wasn't a huge impact in the last game, but part of this Fiddlesticks combo is Fiddle into Lulu. Because you get the Lulu, the Fiddle jumps in the middle of everything, Lulu makes him big. So we'll see if LNZ picks this Lulu again. I'm expecting it, especially with 2 tanks already. If he goes Nautilus, that's going to be crazy. Alright.
Well, the Vayne is a high value pick then, because that's 3 tanks that he gets to percent max health, true damage, auto shred. That's insane. In fact, I think if I was Phoenix, I would have preferred to have seen something aggressive like Zyra come out here to try to shut down that Vayne a little bit more. But I don't know. That might have backfired.
Well, with Zyra banned, be a little bit hard. Nautilus, I think they're doing it specifically because they can use that lock-on missile on Vayne. Give them a...
I guess that makes sense. And I meant Zyra, the plant lady.
Oh, Zyra. Sorry.
Yeah. Which is all good.
There's just so many XZ names.
Right.
Zillion, Zarya. Go on.
But speaking to 9Lives pick, Lulu in that comp makes perfect sense. That's... I like both comps. I'm not sure how I feel about Nautilus. I guess I need to remember that Gragas is going to build full damage, actually. So now that I say that, I actually really like Phoenix's comp as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think both of these comps have a lot of merit to them. But again, part of the reason why I was thinking Lulu was something 9Lives should have grabbed earlier is because you said it seems like it works pretty well with what they've got going on. Will help shut down big threats, will help protect Vayne and Jax. And Teemo if Teemo ends up being valuable, but you're just mostly just there to make Twitch's life hell, and you can very easily make Twitch's life hell considering some of Twitch's abilities.
And in the late game, a full AP Teemo, which is what I believe Ujo was building last game anyways, it does enough damage to count on the magic damage, right? Because one thing I would be worried about here is that there's too much AD damage. Vayne does have true damage, but the point I'm trying to make here is that Teemo brings enough magic damage that I'd consider it a decent damage profile. And the same is true for both. I mean, both teams are set up well in that regard. But
I know there's a lot of AP damage coming out of Phoenix. Obviously, Twitch and Gragas's belly slam are the exceptions.
Yep. But by the time that MR stacking is going to be relevant, Twitch should have enough damage to necessitate armor stacking as well. So I think that they should be safe from that kind of thing. Although they are against a Galio who is just naturally super tanky against magic damage. So.
Right. Yeah, this Galio is going to play a big role, assuming he doesn't get shut down immediately by Fatley and Hohenheim. And I mean, we've seen Hohenheim repeatedly. That's what he does. He hits 6 and then just starts surprise partying all over your face. So whether or not Galio is able to do that, I think Galio should be able to get out of these things. He's got his dash and all other stuff, but silences and fears can be very scary.
especially as if he has it queued up. Like if, for example, Van Hohenheim is standing on a ward, CB Hickey is aware and he does queue it up. He'll keep moving forward at the very least, which will get him out of that danger zone.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. Still two teleports available for both sides there. Um, Jax with his power farming could go really well. I'm interested to see if the jungles end up being as aggressive as they were in game one. I think Nebulon might try some more stuff because Jax can get those early stuns, which will help out someone like Vayne quite a bit. And we'll see what Fat Lee can do. Obviously, Fat Lee really likes that Gragas these days.
Yeah. One thing I'll note, and I suspect that their plan is for Jax to come gank bot lane, just like it was last time as well. But one thing I'll note is that Jax will actually just beat Gragas early on,
Hmm.
and that is certainly something that you could focus on to shut down Fat Lee, which is also, I think, an important part of Nine Lives' general strategy.
Yeah, I mean, Jax's power early game against certain characters can definitely be an influence. And we'll see if Darien tries to be a little more aggressive against this Teemo or defaults to his normal, well, I guess I'm just going to hide under tower for 2 hours.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be very difficult for him, to say the least, to be aggressive. Maybe with a Fat Lee intervention or something like that. I think it's entirely possible, but I suspect that this is one of those minus 40 CS games.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. And maybe if Phoenix ends up winning, we can ask about the change from Aatrox.
There we go. We've got some questions to ask already. Oh, we even changed the Fiddlestick skin. I didn't mention it before, but Surprise Party is probably my favorite Fiddlestick
I
skin.
think Hohenheim's got a lot of Fiddlestick skins. I think we've seen a different one most every game. Much stronger skin lineup this time.
In fact,
I'm a big fan of Gragas Esquire.
I like Godstaff Jax. I know that some people disagree with me, but it goes really well with Arclight Vayne. But Galio unfortunately doesn't have a skin, so I think it's gonna go to Phoenix if I had to guess.
Yeah, I'll give it to Phoenix, I guess. I mean, I haven't actually seen Spectral Fiddlesticks in a long time. Um,
I'll let you reserve your opinion until we see it in game.
yeah, it looks okay. But at the same time, 4 skins versus 5 is always an issue. 9 lives. The game is glitching a little bit. Sorry about that, folks. Alright, we will adjust the progress bar so we don't fall behind. Beautiful. And once again, with Phoenix closing out the Neuroskin Showdown for this week, we'll also take this moment to once again thank all of our Twitch Prime subs. Thanks to all of you for helping us keep the LCUS going, your support and passion for our little friendly tournament. Ooh, flash from Nebulon right away. He doesn't want any of that.
He absolutely needed to. Oh no, that's real bad. He needs to.
Everyone's blowing flashes.
Oh no. That was really well played. Where they snuck in like that.
Oh god, they may get more.
It needs to
Okay.
be a full retreat here from 9 lives. Yeah. Good play off of Team Phoenix. They have got 3 tanks on their side, or at least 3 people who can engage. They don't even say for the blue buff, which is fine, but they do get first blood, so really well played out of Phoenix.
First blood on that mid lane. Also, Nebulon picked Empower first, not the jump. So,
Ooh, that's why you never skill until. Oh no, rookie mistake. That's not good. I've done it more than once. You don't want to do that.
well, like we saw earlier, some people want a quicker jungle start rather than caring about how they scale.
No, that part I agree with. The thing is, you just shouldn't scale it until a minute 30 when the minions spawn, just in case that kind of thing happens.
Sure. Just be a question of how slow his jungle would be in response, but I guess it's better than giving up all that first blood gold.
Yeah, and at least for Jax, it's not that much of a decline.
And 9 lives on their back foot just all over the place now. Brandana taken incredibly low. Galio also taking a ton of damage from that drain. That's the problem about going with a melee champion against Hohenheim.
Yeah, just kind of sat there and DPS the CS. Level 2 advantage. Jax immediately in bot lane. Bunch of damage going on Twitch. Twitch forced to flash out. Does heal as well. Brandana flashes to match.
Oh.
Flash from Fat Lee as well to get the body slam in. Lots of damage going out. All of Team 9 Lives is at about half health. A little bit less even for there is
nice.
well done.
Very,
Kill goes over to Brandon.
yeah, very close there. Everyone's flashing. Port Swimmer lucky enough to get away. Could have gone much worse for Phoenix there.
Yeah, exactly. And that early gank by Nebulon into that bot lane, very important for 9 Lives to get Vayne ahead. TARDIS has to back off as well. Vayne up 10 CS and a kill, doing great. Also Udge forcing Darien out of lane. Huge CS differential, only for CS on Darien, and that's exactly what that matchup is meant to do.
Yeah, Darien, being Darien.
Also, positive CS on all members of CB Hickey. Little bit low there, but even CB Hickey has more CS than Van Hohenheim. So
yeah, the Twister is doing a lot of really good damage for him.
Exactly.
Interesting attempt to ambush here. Nope, changed their mind. Alright, Darien teleporting back to lane. Choosing to soak up any XP that he can. Down very significant amount of CS, but that's what happens. Pings here. Hickey spotted out. Hohenheim very low on mana. Probably have to go back. First Drake is Infernal.
Ooh, I didn't notice this before, but just because of the way things worked out, Brandana has red buff as well, so able to chase down people forever. Gets the condemn on Twitch. Twitch is absolutely dying here. Brandana does heal, may die as well, but I think it's going to be a 2-for, as there it goes. Gregosaurus is able to secure that kill, so it's a 2-for-1. One more kill going on Brandana and 2 assists. One of them was from the fight before, but that red buff helping out immensely and being transferred to Gregosaurus.
Well, Gregosaurus is 2-0 currently, so we know who's the real carry here.
Yeah, he needs to immediately start building attack speed, right? I think that's how Lulu works.
Generally how it goes. I mean, that's how every Lulu game I've been in works. Yeah, we do have Fat Lee looking for trouble. Not sure if he's going to find it, though.
And I've done some quick math, and already 5 minutes and 15 seconds into the game, the bot lane for 9 Lives is already up 1,500 CS over their counterparts, and I think even more than that. Just my math isn't that bad. But that is huge at this early stage of the game. That's basically a BF sword split between the two of them.
And a quick dragon as well here. If they can get away with this, this will be huge for 9 Lives. I like this really risky play. Nebulon taking a lot of damage from this dragon. Everyone coming to help. Along with our good hyper carry friend Gregosaurus here.
Yeah. Well, you know, someone had to take the dragon down, or kill the dragon's health.
Right, I mean, just stealing all the kills here. Probably not going to get Port Swimmer here after he cloaks, but we'll see what happens. Big stun there. Oh my god, he gets another one.
I played a match with Gregosaurus earlier, I think earlier in the week, and he was leaning against a Twitch, and every time that Twitch stealth, he nailed that stealth with whatever character he was playing, and I don't think he stopped his streak, and I think Port Swimmer is learning that Gregosaurus is very good at this already.
Well, I mean, he's 3-0, obviously he's good at it.
Yeah, kills equal skill, right?
Right. If Sigtao Lord is in the chat currently, I'm sure he's crowing about this as a support main. But it's also past his bedtime. Oh, but now a counterplay here. Gregosaurus taking a lot of damage, has to flash. No, not looking to pursue though. Interesting. Maybe hoping they'll stick around and catch him. There is no ward here. Nope, they're wisely backing off.
Yeah, they absolutely needed to back off there, but they did. Very smart play coming out of both teams. I want to stress this again. Both teams are playing very well. I think... sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, Hohenheim is really going to go off in a second here. CB Hickey has no mana. Hohenheim is 6.
Teleport is down, among other things, so it's a bit of a rough spot for CB Hickey, at least. Van Hohenheim is definitely the bright spot for Team Phoenix. He's gonna have to put the team on his back a little bit while everyone else stabilizes if they want to have a chance at winning this game.
Or Gregosaurus can just keep taking all the kills. I mean, all memes aside, Brandana needs to start getting some of those kills secured.
Oh, for sure. As is, he does have a 600 gold lead. Ooh, a bit telegraphed here coming out of Team Phoenix. I really like the idea of a lane gank, but unfortunately they missed that hook, and Fat Lee was just not quite in the right spot.
Yeah, Fat Lee has been losing a lot of CS and other sorts of time again today with some failed ganks, which aren't necessarily his fault, but it does impact a lot when it comes to rotations and things of that nature.
He does have his entire top side to go home to, so there's a lot of catching up that he's going to do in the next couple of seconds here relative to Nebulon. But absolutely doing what he can to try to help his team out. And it's not working out so much for him, like you said.
All right, we're going to see if Hohenheim can get something done here. He is not spotted by this so far as I know. Here comes the channel. Big go in there. There's the fear. There's the knockups. There is the embiggen. And there's the bait. Good job of Gregosaurus there. Here comes the Jax. Big team stun, but he needs to get out of there. Flashes. Another flash.
Ooh, that was so close. That poison damage, but he makes it out with 34 health was the lowest I saw.
Yep. Yep, very close there. Now big back. Stun here. Fear goes down. Silence, channeling, all that good stuff.
Looks like that they want to play around this bot lane, but Nine Lives doing a great job of getting them off and keeping the turret up at very high health. They don't want to lose that turret anytime soon.
That was a very, very good bait play by Gregosaurus there. My ADC is in trouble. I'm going to run away from them so that they'll chase me.
Yeah, exactly. The sacrifice play, right? But at the same time, absolutely worked like a charm. Completely lost sight of Brandana, and Brandana only had like 150 health at the end of that engage. Well, in 34 after one more auto, but just like you said, a really good play.
Here comes the Gragas. Ooh, great body slam flash. That was a good combo play there. Everyone getting everywhere. Roots, binds, slows, body slams. Good stuff.
Both Fat Lee and Darien have made some sacrifices for their team in this game, whether it be trying to gank as opposed to securing farm, which I always struggle with as a jungler, or Darien playing a tank into a very bad matchup because his team needs it. And the two of them sort of team up and just cut loose, fed up with how this match has been going for both of them individually, and take it out on Udge, who is playing Satan, so I don't necessarily feel bad for him.
It's worth noting that despite all of the missed ganks and stuff like that, Fat Lee is still keeping up with Jax, in part due to that gank there.
Yeah, exactly. That was massive, a bunch of gold. And never mind, they're on Port Swimmer. Port Swimmer does stealth, gets away successfully. Hook as Curtis re-engages. Brandon is super low health. Gregosaurus on low health. Forced to ult himself. Teleport comes through for Udge. Van Hohenheim, Crow storming forward, flashing. Kendem back into the wall. Udge sacrifices his life to keep Gregosaurus and Brandana ahead, but probably worth it as they're going to push this wave.
Yeah, that was very well done, but Phoenix still comes out on top. Was quite the clown fiesta there for a minute.
Yeah, lots of very explosive coordination between these teams. Explosive coordination sounds so weird now that I've said it, but both the teams are working together so well that the moment something's needed, they're reacting to it, and things escalated very quickly in this battle.
It's also worth noting that Hohenheim has gone for the Soul Stealer, so I mean he's BMing and it's working.
Big fight. CB Hickey kind of doing work on Port Swimmer, actually drops him down by a little bit. Ends up losing more in return, but he's got teleport, and I think he's just trying to screen for the Rift Herald. Ocean Drake does go over, though, and that is absolutely huge for the suffering numbers of Phoenix. For example, Darien is going to benefit from that immensely facing against Udge and a couple other matchups like that as well.
Hohenheim is also going to do great with it because that means that he'll be able to rotate and do all of these fiddlestick plays much quicker. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And his mana will be better. You know, I mean, I'm sure Galio, for one, would have loved that mana to help with that wave clear. Looks like they can get 2 turrets here. And in fact, Team Phoenix takes the lead with that. They were a little bit behind before those 2 turrets, but certainly not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, 9 lives manages to claw it back with a turret of their own. So from that last fight, it was 1-1, 2 turrets, and a dragon. So very good for Phoenix there, like you said, getting a little more back into it. And Hohenheim is definitely starting to hit his tempo. I would like to see a real honest-to-God team fight between all these players. We saw it for the most part in the bot lane, but I think it would have gone far worse for 9 lives if Maokai had been there. So once again, which is Darian's MO, is that do really badly top lane and then just win team fights regardless of what your CS is.
And what I will say is that because of that Fat Lee gank, he's only losing by 25-ish CS at the moment, which is actually pretty okay for Darian standards. So even though he's made that sacrifice, it's still not the worst thing that's happened, as it looks like this might be a return.
Nope. Good mushrooms. Teleport coming to help.
The end of it. Oh, kind of misses the keg smash, just because Darian actually landed the ult, much to yours and my surprise.
Nebulon's going to be in trouble here, maybe. No, Hohenheim backs on. Nope, nope, he's getting collapsed on. Here we go. Flashes to avoid it. Really good play there, but unfortunately all the CS is, well, good stun there. He's got nowhere to go though, is the problem.
Yeah, around the map, Phoenix making their presence known. Still roughly a tied game in gold. Pretty close to tied in kills. There's an Infernal versus a Ocean Drake. In terms of Drakes, but those are the key differences. Although there is more standing gold on the side of Team Phoenix, which means 9 lives has more potential to come back here.
And a serious push here in the mid lane. I'd like to see Galio ult someone, just try to make a bit of an impact here. But instead he's just going to come in from behind. A big taunt could help a lot here though, but he backs off instead. Or no, there's a call to back off from the other side. Brandana meanwhile is trying to farm up. I still think those Gregosaurus kills are really hurting this team right now. Imagine a 4-in-1 Vayne.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think everyone, including Gregosaurus, would have preferred it to be that way, but it
Brandana's
worked
gonna
out.
die now, maybe? Good stun.
He does have ult, but he has to know that Twitch is coming. Okay. He goes in for it. He might kill Tardis here.
Here comes
Galio as well.
Alright, so he's gonna survive, but he wants more here.
Oh, absolutely. Fiddlesticks as well. Polymorph. Can they track him down? Nope. I think it's going to be a disengage. Do force out the Galio ult, but I actually felt like they could have gone further. But they did get a turret backed off without any loss other than the 1 Galio cooldown. So I think I'd be happy with that if I was 9 lives.
Alright, if I'm Nebulon, I pop the Herald right here.
Oh yeah, up there, absolutely. I would 100% do that.
Yeah, he's popping it too late. Should have done it like 30 seconds ago. And now he's gonna die.
Yeah, I think he was debating whether he wanted to use it, and he sat there debating. A little bit unfortunate. Yeah. Whenever I'm playing Jack's Jungle, I actually just hate getting the Rift Herald too, because I can't ward hop anymore.
I mean, the thing that I would have done there is the second there was that bot fight engagement on Vayne, I would have popped the Herald.
And you would have been correct to have done that. That's I would have absolutely preferred to have seen that.
Yeah, Nebulon's having a rough go of it this game. There's a lot better rotations against him. He's also, getting caught. He spent a lot more time in the jungle and thus invisible in the previous game and only popped out to gank, but now he's having a lot more lane presence, and that makes him an easier target.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things that may make the lane easier, but it makes the jungle infinitely harder, and that's exactly what's happening right now. Having said that, he does get some R&R time in his jungle. He's going to note that nothing over here is present, so I wonder what he's tracking down. Maybe the Scuttler?
Yeah, I would think that they're getting ready to set up for Infernal at this point, because the next dragon... Nope. jump in there on Fat Lee. Let's see if they can get anything done with that. Does dash out. Good polymorph on the Nautilus there. But now LNZ is all alone. So that was an interesting play there. Huge teleports about 6 inches.
Yeah, it wasn't very much at all. Darian's Nature's Grasp comes through. I think that was a disengage tool, although I'm not sure that it was necessary. Blue Jacket comes out. Looks like this fight isn't over yet.
Alright, so there's a lot of pings here to keep an eye on this dragon. They do have a good control ward placement. Gotta look out for this Hohenheim, though, because Dragon Pit is where Fiddlesticks just kind of lives. But they pull it out, and it looks like Phoenix is willing to back off because they're pushing for a turret instead. That's the quickest dragon in the world, though.
Yeah, you've got a Vayne and a Jax and a Teemo. They're going to shred through that, so they're probably going to lose here. Wonderful flash off of wonderful fear off that flash from CD Hickey. Totally negates the taunt flash. However, he is going to die. Gregosaurus does go down, but the rest of the damage dealers are going strong. Brandana doing what Brandana does and positioning perfectly, getting in there, trying to get some damage. Unfortunately, Fatley jumps forward. Camouflage Twitch is there. However, Brandana's damage is enough to get him through this. I think he's going to get it. Meanwhile, Jax is chasing down and successfully kills Twitch in a 2-for-4 fight, just destroying Team Phoenix as 9 Lives is perfectly positioned and playing a very strong macro game.
Yeah, very good angle there. Hohenheim got really caught out, essentially, if nothing else. Goes in, doesn't have any sort of survivability spell, was kind of just hoping that the damage would be enough, wasn't, and paid for it a little bit there.
And for what it's worth, he basically killed CB Hickey and Gregosaurus. So, I mean, like he certainly did good things, but the rest of that team fight, once his damage was out and he was dead, Twitch struggled to find the right angle. Fatley and Fort Swimmer actually almost had Brandana. That was super close and would have turned the fight when Fatley jumped forward with his body slam. But unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but Brandana was able to flash to safety.
Yeah, I mean, the lifesteal for Brandana is the only reason he was still alive.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think there was an ignite on him, if I remember right. Yeah, it was from TARDIS. That is correct. So yeah, definitely a super close fight. Just a matter of slightly better positioning on 9 Live than Phoenix was the only reason why that worked out. And when I say positioning, I just mean like where the ADC is standing in terms of the front-to-back team fight and that kind of stuff. But that also kind of makes sense. I know I'm just rambling on here, but that kind of makes sense too, because 9 Lives started the fight. They were the ones ready for it.
Right. Not only that, but they were coming at from such a side angle there, which is really good, and they opened with a taunt. I think a big reason why team fights have not been going 9 Lives' way is because this Galio has not been as involved as they want him to be. It's the same reason as the top lane thing, where you have a Darius who doesn't show up, and now suddenly he's in fights. Oh, Jax jumps on Hohenheim, but Hohenheim with that fear.
Forces out the fear, but if they're going to abandon the Baron Pit like they are, I don't know if 9 Lives wants to force the fight. Looks like they don't. Looks like they'd rather
collapse here. See what happens. Jax jumps in, big stun, focusing on Port Swimmer, who does flash. Is going to get away. Now they jump on LNZ TARDIS, who dies relatively quickly, and they get out, and they should probably just leave here. You don't want Hohenheim to jump on you, but he's thinking about it. That's going to be a dead Galio. Leave him and run. Leave him and run. Oh, you fools. Okay. So this is where Phoenix will start to take over a little bit here, unless Hickey can dash out. But Darian is looking to counter. That's a good game sense there by Hickey. Not going right, goes left instead, and should get out safely. All right.
Absolutely. Phoenix definitely striking back here. This time on a team fight that was still initiated by 9 Lives, but they were definitely in a better position to deal with that angle of attack. Brandana sort of baited in by a 3-man taunt by CB Hickey. Also gets chunked out by a well-placed cast from Fatley. Basically immediately dying, and the retreat is sounded, but not before serious casualties come through.
Yeah, they got to be careful with that. They need to choose their fights. as opposed to what happened there where they were ambushed, essentially, even though they did start the engagement.
Right, and it can always feel like such a waste when you get a good CC in and the team isn't able to follow up. But sometimes the absolutely right call to do is to not follow up on those. If you're not in position, if you've got to blow something, never mind. A bit of a fight. Darian is caught out and is going to die. Calio ult comes out. I'm not sure why. Probably to just reposition, if anything. But
probably repositioning and also just general fear there was going to be some follow-up. Because it's been really rare for Phoenix to get caught out like that. Generally, they're moving as a group. Okay, this is do or die right here. This is Hohenheim ulting at his best. He does have the ult available. Hickey runs right into it. You guys need to stop focusing on Baron and get... Okay, they do take it, but now at what cost? Fatly goes straight...
I don't think it's going to be much cost at all if they can successfully get this Van Hohenheim away, but they can't because he's in the pit, and that's that. Lots of damage coming from
Hey guys,
Nebulon.
Jax is alive. Remember that? Remember Jax? Who remembers Jax?
Holy cow, Nebulon, also a huge damage threat for this team. Brandana probably a little bit better into the tanks, but it doesn't matter when you're smacking a Scarecrow in the face with a mace. And that's exactly what Nebulon did. They secured the Baron buff. They still have it on 2 members. One of those members has teleport. It's pretty okay. Darian goes in. Why?
He's durable enough to take it, at least for a little while. Yeah, he's fine. He scares them off. That's the important thing. In this situation, you do not want a Jax, even a Jax that's 4 and 3, to be whacking on your turret.
And while that's fair, they are just letting the Siege Cannon do its thing while CB Hickey chaperones it. Although this Twitch now is going to be a major problem. I think this is going to be a dead CB Hickey.
Oh,
he does flash, but I don't know if he's going to make it.
Oh, leading them right to Dragon. This could be a problem. Let's see if they're able to smite it. They do smite it. Oh! Jax is online and he's angry.
Brandana, however, gets caught out as a fantastic CC chain. TARDIS grabs him mid-cask. That was an insane combo coming out of Fatly and TARDIS. Brandana does go down, but honestly, Jax is hard carrying right now. Brandana doesn't even need to.
Yeah, at this point, I'd say that Brandana's Vayne is a nice bonus. As long as Nebulon plays this correctly, Nebulon's been playing really well today. There is no question about that.
Who was he playing last game? I can't remember.
Vi.
Oh man, that was really good.
Yeah, this is a big jungle threat here. Might actually make me, at least with this performance today, might make me rethink my jungler tiers. But we'll
I think Jax is S tier personally.
Oh no, I mean players, not champions.
Oh. Okay, yeah, touche. No, I think Nebulon is a fantastic jungler.
All right.
I mean, I think Fatly is too. I'm not bringing him up because everyone already includes him as one of the best
Right.
junglers, but.
Right. Okay, so we do have Infernal as the last Drake getting 5 Drakes because of that quick Infernal earlier on, and another Infernal is absolutely insane, especially if 9 Lives secures it as well. Once again, letting the Cannon do all the work. 2 more shots should take out this turret. 1 more shot. Good knockback there. Alright, so the turret lives. I don't think this is a fight that 9 Lives wants. Where is Fiddlesticks? There he is.
Fiddlesticks is spotted, which isn't the worst part of this fight, but however, they are kind of just brute forcing down mid lane, which I'm generally speaking not a big fan of, especially when you've got like tools like Galio ult and there's 2 teleports that are up and that kind of thing. But
yeah, I mean, I think Galio seems to be taking this to heart. Hickey is rotating down to the bot lane. Not necessarily that I'd pick Hickey to be the person to be solo laning, since you do have Jax and all of his loveliness. But, you know, somebody's got to do it, and he does have teleport available as well. Looks like there's an attempt to try to collapse on him. We'll see if they're able to do that. That's a really weird particle effect there on Fort Swimmer.
with the like movement speed thing,
yes,
yeah, I don't like that. Personally, I'm not a big fan, but.
All right.
What skin was his? It was Vandal or something, right?
I think so.
I wonder if that's a glitch. I don't think that's right.
I'm pretty sure that's a glitch. Someone will probably correct us though. All right. So LNZ almost goes back. Ooh, Nebulon jumps forward. This is don't do that. Wait for your full team. Drop some mushrooms to cover your retreat.
Nebulon is building Steric's Gauge if I have my item components correctly. So Nebulon is actually taking a very tanky Bruiser approach. You start out with Triforce, that's exactly what I would do. But he's got Cinderhulk and a couple other things really making him quite tanky, actually, especially when you take into consideration the Counter-Strike. So Jax is absolutely a form of initiation and damage, which is kind of a scary thought.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing Jax very correctly in this situation. Since they only have 2 tanks, and I mean, Galio is obviously building tanky, but AP tanky, so it's not quite ideal. Does have that shield though, which you can never ignore.
So I know there were some eyes on Brandana. He has gotten caught out a little bit, at least that's what I've noticed. The last couple of fights haven't been great, although his position in general is pretty much perfect. Just a little bit unfortunate the last couple ones, a little bit too forward. But looking at it, he has the second most gold in the game. He's actually doing very well for himself. Jax has the most, by the way. Brandana is certainly a huge threat at this stage of the game. Has the QSS. We'll need to keep an eye on that next time he gets feared or caught out or something. Engaged by Nebulon, backs off.
Ooh,
but
Hohenheim. Yep, Hohenheim's waiting. Here we go. Jumps in with the Crow Storm. Big jump in on him. This Jax could get taken out. All the hourglasses are blown here. Lots of kills going down all over the place. Brandana is still available and online. Here's the problem. Once you kill that Jax, who's going to stop the Vayne? Nobody. That's who.
Oh, the team plays that perfectly. Jax does give his life, but that Galio ult was crucial, as well as the rest of the location of the team. Counter engaging on that Van Hohenheim Crowstorm and able to trade 4 for 1. Flash forward by Brandana looking for more. He wants that Penta.
Yeah, he wants Hohenheim, and Hohenheim's not giving it to him. Every kill on Hohenheim is important because it makes that Soul Stealer absolutely worthless.
Oh, I didn't even notice that he had Soul Stealer.
Yeah, he picked it up.
Oh man, I've been dialed into the itemization choices of 11, but or not 11. I can't even talk today.
Oh, he flashes to get away. All right, you guys gotta get out of there. Just leave right now. Oh, all the flashes are blown. Brandana's in a lot of trouble. Has to get out of there. Has to get out of there. There you
Twitch
go.
is looking for it though. Twitch sneaking up on this, submarining as much as he can, looking for that. Brandon does get the flash.
Oh, the ult is available again.
Oh no!
Gregosaurus,
oh, no.
don't do it. Just get out. Just leave. Stick it.
Oh, that stealth was so hard to deal with. Does Port Swimmer die to the shroom? Udge gets revenge on behalf of Brandana. That Teemo is also doing a significant amount of damage with that Leandre's farm.
Miss the shroom there, but that's you know, we all know what that looks like. All right.
Oh,
so
it wasn't even close.
There was a bit of a ping suggestion to go for
as
Baron.
Van Hohenheim jumps in. Brandana is in position, doing enough damage to kill. Jax doing lots of damage to kill. Trying to... Fat Lee interrupts the jump with his body slam. Lots going on here. Udge present.
Jax, I'm sorry, you cannot 3v1 yet. You're not quite there. Oh, Darian is sick of all that crap from up in the top lane. He wants some. Huge running for his life. Rebellion coming in, or Redemption coming in, rather, not Rebellion.
Gregosaurus with the baller plays with that Redemption. When was the last time you saw something that bad-ass? Probably the last time I was when TSM got murdered in a base race by that. But Brandana is back here and online, hiding behind a CB Hickey. Udge has already taken out the Van Hohenheim threat, so he's only coming up just now, giving a lot of freedom to 9 lives. In order to play, Baron is live now.
24% attack damage.
Oh, they secured it. Oh.
On 9 lives. This is absolutely insane. You've got a Vayne and a Jax with 24% bonus attack damage. I mean, that's... And not to mention, Teemo Shrooms with 24% bonus AP. I mean, he's got 470 ability power on those little landmines.
Jax is up to 251 attack damage, and he's building mostly tank. Galio's up to 400 ability power, again, mostly tank. Brandana at 328, that is a ton. And Lulu is Lulu.
Lulu's still in with those 3 kills. Nice of her to let other people pick up some kills. And Nebulon can just 4-hit Fatly, no problem. Come back here. Come back here so I can kill you.
I'd like to pretend that, or I'd like to imagine, never mind, a team fight's breaking out, never mind that.
Here comes the ult. See what happens. Big
Jax has lots of life left. Galio goes in. Gregosaurus
does land
present
the
Nebula
taunt.
at low. That is a fantastic taunt. Excellent point. Udge doing lots of damage. Brandana wasn't even present for that team fight. That was an ace. 2 for 5 without Brandana.
That Port Swimmer, to his credit, got really close there to turning it around.
Oh, it looked close, but that is game. I can't imagine. Yeah, there's 20-second death timers on that.
Alright, so what have we learned today? We've learned teams with multiple carries, if they're given enough chance to get online, win games.
As long as they have a front line, I believe, is another...
I don't know, that Blitzkrieg game, they didn't really have a front line.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I was thinking about this last set, but you're right.
All right. So who can we annoy for an interview? That's the important question.
I'm kind of leaning Gregosaurus. I don't know how you feel about that.
I mean, if you want to reach out to him, that's fine with me. Gregosaurus or Nebulon would be
Yeah, I agree. One of the two.
would be fine. Let's check out some graphs while we're figuring that out. I'm guessing we can imagine who's got the big bars. Lot of good AP damage done by that Fiddlesticks though. Was definitely a threat. But Teemo actually did the most damage that game, which says quite a lot about mushrooms and damage over time abilities. You know, after that sort of experience, you'd think it'd be Jax, Vayne, and then maybe Teemo. But nope, Teemo's #1. Never forget.
Looks like it's probably going to be Nebulon. I am just trying to get a hold of him real quick here.
All right, that's good. We were talking nice things about him for much of the game.
That's because he played very well for pretty much the whole game.
Yeah, Brandana and Nebulon almost equal in stats. 100 gold separating them, 1 assist. CS a little off, but you know that's probably because of shutdowns and all that good stuff. Hohenheim eventually ending up 9, 4, and 7. Doing very well. I mean, Phoenix got very close several times there. They had lots of good engagements, lots of good ambushes, and more than anything else, I really liked how Fat Lee was able to just kind of jump in and do a lot of good work. So we'll see what we can see here as Truffle hurriedly types away.
Yes.
I'll update the score screen here.
Nebulon is certainly joining us for an interview.
Very exciting. All right.
I'll be right back.
Score screen has been adjusted. We will wait for Nebulon to come to the interview room. Once we're done with that interview, I'll take a quick look at the standings. We do not have a generated standing screen available. However, I can use my eyes. All right, we got Nebulon available?
Yep, Nebulon is waiting for us in the interview.
Well, let's go. The jungler of the hour.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing all right. Not as good as you, though.
What a surprise. Good games.
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations on the 2-0.
Kind of a personal thing, beating my old team, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you played a mean game. Like you had a significant part of your team's victory. I mean, your whole team played very well. Congratulations to Nine Lives on that 2-0. But your Vi game and your Jax game were just insane.
But like you said, it wasn't just me. My whole team did great. Yeah, it was everyone out there.
So the big question that we had, not only going into game 1 but also game 2, was how much thought did you guys really put into dealing with Hohenheim's Fiddlesticks? Because it seemed like game 1 you guys had the perfect plan for it.
I don't know. I guess we didn't attack it directly. What we kind of did was we knew that was the strat they were going to use. But the way that we played around it was kind of just playing passively, warding well, because we knew that they did some cheeky stuff with the Fiddlesticks, just trying to get them ahead, invading enemy jungles, and using his ultimate to their advantage. And once we knew their rotations, we were able to lock it down and capitalize on it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Just the fundamentals of playing against fiddlesticks, right? But good. It's good to hear that that's all that you needed to do. But let's talk about that Vi game because you were like 6-1 or something at one point in the game.
Yeah.
I remember there was a counter gank in top lane where Camille jumped in and Camille didn't last very long.
Yeah.
Were you expecting to get that far ahead that quickly? Was that was that part of the game plan to play very aggressively and get ahead on fire, or were you thinking of a more standard game, or perhaps one focused on the bot lane?
It kind of ties in actually to your first question. I knew that Camille was really going to be playing heavily around Fiddlesticks, so I was able to get really ahead in farm. And once I just got that slight edge, I knew that Camille was top. So when she came and counter ganked, it was me and able to easily to get that double kill top. Yeah, that was pretty cool with a counter gank there.
Yeah, I just Timo was an impressive sight this whole game too. Played evenly into Aatrox and did very
He did
good things.
outstanding.
Yeah, exactly. Can I ask you a question?
No, I think that's everything from me. But just once again, congratulations, Nebulon. Jax is a champion that I've always really enjoyed, even though I'm not that great with him. So it's nice to see him carry like that.
Uh,
Thanks a lot, guys.
yep, Nebula, any just final words here? Anything you want to say to the community?
We're gonna win the split.
Uh,
That's what's gonna happen. So,
all right. Well,
Throwing down the gauntlet.
yeah, that's right.
all right. Well, good luck in that, and we'll see your games next week.
Congratulations.
All right, so now we can have a pretend to look at the standings, even though we don't have a scoreboard for it. So, Blitzkrieg won one game, so they currently have 9 points. Phoenix is still sitting at 7. Nine Lives won 2, so they are tied for second place with 9 points, which is very exciting. Blitzkrieg, Nine Lives, that neck and neck. Um, Northern Storm did not win, unfortunately, and Gale Force it now has 4 points. White Wolf at 7. So Phoenix and White Wolf are tied. Nine Lives and Blitzkrieg are tied, and Gale Force is in the hunt. We'll see if they're able to make anything happen there. I did just have the scoreboards up here, or what kind of matchups to look forward to next week, the final week before the playoffs. We will have Gale Force versus White Wolf Gaming, Northern Storm versus Phoenix, and Option 12 versus Nine Lives. Option 12 versus Nine Lives is going to be insane. That's going to be an absolute battle for first place.
It's going to determine playoff seeding. Absolutely, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and Blitzkrieg will be on its bye, so Blitzkrieg is stuck at 9 points with everyone else battling for position around them. So, hope you all come back for that next week. It's going to be very exciting to see if Nebulon's trash talk there at the end proves true. Nine Lives blasting out of the gate here with some great strategy. But we'll see what Option 12 has to say about that. Thanks for watching. Check out our other things throughout the week. Wednesdays particularly will be very exciting. Friday's top versus bot, and I will be back on Sunday with Truffle here, and we'll see what we can do with that. You have a good night, everyone.